Whoa, 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 whoa. Don't you know what happens to your trash?
No, I don't.
Well, I've got an activity. It'll teach us all about it. Come on. Materials for this activity include a wooden board, a hammer, several nails, safety glasses, and work gloves. You'll also need a selection of trash. We use newspaper, cardboard, pop can, plastic lid, cling wrap, styrofoam, and an apple core. Since we're using tools for this activity, it's important to have the proper personal protective equipment. We have work gloves, safety glasses, closed-toed shoes, and are sitting in a stable position. Now it's time to prepare our trash. Take a moment to hammer and nail each piece of trash onto your wooden board. You might have to be creative in how you attach some of the pieces. When you've completed your board of trash, now it's time to get down to the science. Draw a diagram of your board of trash. You can either number it, draw pictures, or label it. It doesn't matter how you depict it, just so long as you know where each of the items were on the board and what they were before they get buried. The important part now is to make your predictions. You can predict physical change versus chemical change, change due to biotic or abiotic factors, or you can simply just use as much descriptive language as possible in guessing what will happen to the individual pieces of trash while they're buried. Next, I made sure I had permission to dig in the area and then put on sturdy closed-toed shoes. We dug approximately 15 centimeters or half a ruler length down into the ground so that we could reach the ideal level of moisture and bacteria in soil to help with decomposition. Now, it's important to note that we didn't actually bury our trash in the ground, because if we were to forget about it or lose it, that would be actually littering. So instead, we used a bin off to the side. After accumulating about a foot of soil in the bottom of the bin, it was time to add our trash. In a spur of last-minute inspiration, we decided to add a surgical mask because we're very curious about what's happening with all the COVID trash right now. After covering our trash with about another foot of soil, we realized that we had left a big hole behind, so we covered it up with a piece of wood. It's important to use a sturdy material, or at least flag off the area with bright tape and let people know that there's a hazard there. And you can't litter while doing an activity about what happens to trash. So clean up your work area, pick up any tools, any scraps of garbage that were left, and do an extra look around in case you miss something small like a nail or a pencil. While you wait a couple of weeks for the decomposition process, check out Gould Lake YouTube channel for more activities. When it came time to reveal the trash, I was really surprised at how little had changed. I expected at least a little bit of rust on the can or something. Wow, so look at that. The mask is totally fine. Paper is like a little soggy. Yeah, the apple is the only thing that kind of dissolved, and even that is still there. Wow. It became immediately apparent that the earth is just not designed to handle our trash. So here's what we do. Take any garbage that you have and rinse it out. That way it doesn't accumulate bacteria and mold. Then sort the items into recycling according to your specific municipality's waste collection. Typically, plastic and metals go in one bin, while paper and cardboard go in another. You might also have a green bin program for food waste in your area. Anything you can't recycle goes in the garbage. This is unfortunate, but sending it to a central site to be processed is still better than tossing it in the ditch. With COVID masks, we learned that it's important to cut the elastics first, so that wildlife doesn't get entangled. To take your learning further, select one piece of trash that had little to no change and go online to research what happens to that material. Is it recycled in a way that just reduces its mass, or is it converted into a new product? Consider brainstorming ways that you could reuse that item before throwing it away. Most importantly, consider researching sustainable alternatives to help reduce the amount of waste we produce each day. For example, instead of cling wrap or Ziploc bags, maybe I could use wax wraps or metal containers.